Hello everyone! I have another yoga moment for you, and in honor of Halloween, this one is a pose that you can practice whether it's on your own or with your students or your children, and it's cat pose. So cat is a super popular yoga pose, very well known, but we don't often talk about its benefits. So before I dive into what it looks like, I want to talk to you about what it does. So cat pose, or cat and cow, or meowing cat and angry cat, whatever you want to call it, is a really great posture to practice to stretch through your back, your spine, to stretch through the abdomen. It's a posture that is good for your posture, sorry, no pun intended, because as you're making the forward and backward, convex and concave movements with your body, you're creating space between all of the vertebrae in your spine so you can actually stand taller after you practice it and you really find that length in your back. And it's a really calming posture too for your nervous system. So in two very simple movements, there is a lot going on as per usual with any yoga pose. So now that you know what it's good for, I'm going to show you what it looks like. And there's lots of different ways that you can practice cat too. I'm going to show you two different ways. The first one is seated. So you can be in a chair. You can be on the floor, crisscross applesauce, or with your knees underneath of you, sitting on your knees like this. I'm going to show you what it looks like with sitting cross-legged, considering I'm on the floor. What you do is on the inhale, you draw your chest forward, you look up towards the ceiling, and you create a curve in your spine. So it looks something like this. You take the inhale, you look up, you kind of bring your shoulders back behind you, and then as you exhale, you go the opposite way. So you draw your chin towards your chest, your shoulders come forward, you look towards your belly button, and you round out the spine. You round out your back. So with every inhale, you come forward. With every exhale, you round back. And you can do that as many times as it feels good for you. Now, if you want to try it a different way, you can go onto hands and knees, just like a cat would look like. So your hands go underneath your shoulders, and your knees go right underneath your hips. So it's like a stacked square or rectangle, I guess. On the inhale, you bring your belly down towards the floor, you look up towards the ceiling, and that same curve happens in your spine. As you exhale, you round the back up, bring the chin towards the chest, and look at the belly button. So you'll notice that the same movements are happening in the spine, except it just looks a little bit different because we're on hands and knees. You can also practice it standing too, hands on hips, inhaling, bringing the chest forward, exhaling to round back. So wherever you are, whatever environment you find yourself in, there's always an opportunity to practice your cat pose. Now, the way that you make it fun and engaging, especially for young children, is by adding sounds to it. You can't be a cat without meowing, right? So as you inhale and you draw your chest forward, that's a meowing cat. As you draw your back and you draw your chin towards your chest, that's an angry cat, so you hiss. So it goes like this. Meow. And then you draw your back and you look down and you hiss. And that's the way that you really just make it fun and accessible for your little ones. And that could go on for as long as they'll let you to. So that's cat pose. There are so many benefits to it, and I hope that it is something that you will feel comfortable practicing. Now, if you've been following along and doing the movements with me, I want you to write meow in the comments of this video, just so I can see how many cats are out there doing this with me. If you don't know me, my name is Lisa from laLa Wellness. I hope that you have enjoyed this yoga moment, and I post them every single Monday. So there's a lot more yoga to practice together and yoga to share. Have a wonderful and safe Halloween, and I'll see you next Monday. La la!